Does anyone else feel like they just blinked and suddenly it was September 1st? Hopefully it's not just me. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Really quick, if this is the first time seeing my face, please make sure it is not the last by clicking that little red subscription button and the bell down below to be updated for each and every future video. As much as I cannot believe it, it is already September. Summer just flew by in the blink of an eye, but it was so wonderful. My husband Christopher and I finally got to go on a very belated honeymoon, clearly because of the pandemic, but we did get to go to Hawaii for 8 wonderful days. I did make a video sharing how I prepared to take that time off as an online teacher. I'll link it up above in the cards. But on the topic of online teaching, one of the greatest joys we get is paying quarterly taxes. The reason I'm actually in my car is I am on my way to see my accountant, my financial advisor, the gentleman who helps me basically with everything that involves money and income and investing and playing things smart, and more importantly, right now at least, taxes. You guys have asked me so many questions about taxes as an online teacher, somebody who works for themselves, who's responsible for setting that money aside and making estimated quarterly payments. So I figured what better video to make right now than one outlining my summer income. I am going to show you guys month per month how much I made during the summer season, June, July, and August, and how I am preparing to make my September estimated quarterly tax payments. I don't mention it in the video, but after my meeting, I took all of my tax notes and created a free guide to help other online teachers. This is my online teacher tax write-off guide. To grab this multi-page guide, simply sign up for my mailing list. Link is down below in the description box of this video, and a copy will be sent directly to your inbox. If you are also someone who is an online teacher or just an entrepreneur, let me know your thoughts, your tips, tricks, advice down below in the comment section. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. But without any further ado, let's just go ahead and start with my summer Outschool income review. I do have my laptop with me because my advisor is going to help me move my retirement account from my brick and mortar job into my Roth IRA, and I have no idea how to do that. It's not a normal 401k, it's a 403b. All of these terms that I don't understand. This is why I hired someone. But looking at my summer 2021 income, we're gonna start with June. All right, June 2021. Just for context, June was the last month that I was classroom teaching. School got out, I wanna say June 3rd, and then our week in Hawaii was in the middle of June. So really, I worked 3 weeks during this month. I taught 130 learners, just under 30 hours, and I made $3,127.30. For me, what helped achieve that number was my ongoing classes before and after the honeymoon and my flex classes. I do, just for context, if you're also somebody who wants to get more into flex classes, I will put videos up above in the cards and down below on how I am currently doing it. I am no expert on flex classes. I am still, trial and error figuring things out, but I am trying to market them different. And again, I feel like I'm shouting out a million videos. I have a video on how to market your classes regardless of the class type. June, $3,100. July was a personal best for me. I taught multiple camps, Monday through Friday, multi-day camps. I want to say I was teaching 2 to 3. There was 1 week where I did 4, and I taught 219 learners, 68.5 hours, and I made $7,186.90. Again, that is my personal best. I worked my butt off. I was up early. I was working late. Anytime a parent requested a specific time for a class, whether it be ongoing or one time, I 9 times out of 10 said yes. I don't think I will do nearly that amount again. This was mainly for me just to set up a safety net. If you were around and subscribed to the channel in July, we were doing no buy July. So Christopher and I were cutting down our spending. I was making a car payment every single week. So I took that $7,100 and split it, half to go towards my car and half to go into emergency savings. And now looking ahead to August 2021, I actually taught more learners than July. I taught 234 learners, 63.4 hours, and I made $5,523.70. I think what happened here is a lot of my students midway through August were leaving my ongoing, not taking as many camps because they were getting into school. Their schedules were changing. And as somebody who was an Outschool teacher last year, I can say I do expect to see another dip between my summer hours and September, just because, again, students, they're changing their schedules. Parents may not be able to be home to enroll their kids in those classes. If I'm being fully honest, I'm seeing more earnings in September than I did last year, and I'm going to say that is mainly because the amount of kids who are homeschooled, the amount of kids that are forced to quarantine because somebody in their school tested positive or they somehow came in contact with somebody, or the hurricanes going on right now in September of 2021. I had a class that I taught Friday at 9 a.m. and I normally just had 3 homeschooled students, and I ended up having 7 students in that class, and the ones that joined let us know that they are in school, but as of that day, they were not currently in school for various reasons. But just for context, that is September. So if I add everything up, I will do that right now. I didn't do that before. Shows you just how much I thought about this video. Adding all of this up, this summer, just on Outschool alone, I made $15,837. Now again, that is simply Outschool. That does not include YouTube, Patreon, VIP Kid, Cambly, my Teachers Pay Teacher store. I have tried really hard over the last year to set 12 different streams of income. And of course, you know what I'm gonna say. I have a future video coming on that, not just to tell you, oh, here are my streams of income, but to show you, here's how I set them up. If you are also somebody who would like to have multiple streams, so if Outschool did go away, clearly based off these numbers, that would be a huge blow to my income, but I would still have 11 other streams of income. Actually, now to be honest, I only have 11 streams because my brick and mortar salary job is gone. It's no longer allowed to be in those streams. That's actually why I've waited to make this video. I didn't want to share my 12 streams of income while I was still receiving my salary from my old classroom job. But $15,837. Now, to prepare my taxes for this, I did have to go pull my income from all those other streams. So I took that 15.8K, I added my VIP Kid, my Cambly, my Teachers Pay Teacher store, my Patreon, my affiliate links, my sponsorships, all together in a lump sum. They're actually all in a folder, but it's all put together nicely for my financial advisor, and I'm gonna leave it there. But to make this estimated quarterly payment that is, by the way, due September 15th, if you are a US-based entrepreneur and you're paying taxes, please go look up on Google the 4 dates that you will make your quarterly estimated payments. I do know for a fact September 15th is the next one at the time of this video. But what I did is I took all the numbers. I pulled all the numbers and I said, here's how much I made. I have personally been advised to set aside 25% of my income. Now, please take that with a grain of salt. You may need to take more than 25 or less than 25. It honestly depends on your living situation, the state that you live in. Are you married? Are you filing single? Do you have dependents? There are so many different factors. This is the number one reason why you don't see me answering questions about taxes, setting money aside, what you should do with your income. I don't make any content like that on this channel or my Instagram or my Facebook because it is so individualized. What works for me isn't going to work with somebody who has multiple kids and maybe they're the only one bringing in income. For me, I don't have any children. I have a partner who is also employed. So what I set aside is individually tailored to me, but 25% goes straight into a separate savings account. I bank through Chase, and every time I move money from PayPal into Chase, I log it, it goes right into a specific account, and 25% automatically moves over to a second account that is only for taxes. I do this so that I am not caught off guard now that I'm looking at all these numbers and preparing to make estimated payments to the federal government and the state of Ohio, where I currently live. Also, that is another reason why you need to look at your own situation. My tax laws are different than your tax laws. And I know I'm helping some teachers in Canada. Shout out to all the Canadian teachers that I've met this summer. Your entire tax situation is different than mine. So please take all of this with a grain of salt. Talk to somebody. There are many professionals out there. Maybe you know someone, family or friend, or if you don't, just look out in your network and see if anyone can help you. But for me, I do make it a point, every time I get paid, 25% goes into a separate account. And then when it comes time, like right now, to make those payments, I do keep a chart in Google Docs where I can see what did I pay in estimated payments 1 and 2. September is payment 3. So I can see here's how much I'm going to pay in September, and then total, here's how much I've paid throughout 2021. That will be helpful next year when we're paying our 2021 taxes. I can look back and I can have my CPA look back and say, hey, here are all the payments she made. IRS, please don't come for me. I have made all these estimated payments, and it will just make the process so much smoother. I am currently in the process of learning what I am legally allowed to write off now that I'm doing this full time. I cannot confirm or deny these things, but I have been told I'll be able to write off a quarter of my mortgage because a quarter of the house I currently live in is my office. The new microphones, the camera, the laptop, any of the devices, programs, apps, things that I have bought to teach online. I also did a speaking engagement where I needed to wear a specific outfit. I did go purchase that outfit. I highlighted in the contract they wanted us to wear these colors and this style of outfit so I can expense not only the gas it took me to get there and back, any lodging I needed, and that outfit. I typically don't write off clothes. That's just for me, but I do know YouTubers that do. I know YouTubers that write off getting their hair done, their makeup, their nails. I don't go that far because I don't want the IRS to be like, wait, she teaches online and she wrote off getting her hair done. So I don't do that if a situation ever presented itself. Like if I were to ever do an engagement where they said, hey, we need a formal look for you and it's out of, Ohio. So I have to go somewhere out of state and lodge myself, maybe buy a formal gown. I have seen people that do speaking events and conferences where they do want ladies or gentlemen to dress a certain way. That is where I would write that off. But for you guys, talk to a professional. Ask, did you buy a new computer? Did you buy any gear, desk, furniture, props, things that you needed in your business? The big thing my CPA makes me verbally say is, this was something I used for my business. Even if it's just one time, like Final Cut Pro, the Adobe suite, anything like that. If you use it to teach, you can write it off. But you guys, that is honestly how I am preparing my 2021 taxes. If you want any further information on this, let me know down below. Again, I cannot preface this enough. Hire somebody who knows what they're doing, who can help you in your current state that you live in, your living situation, your spouses, your partners, and dependents. Also, I cannot reiterate this enough. Keep notes of things. I have, like I said before, a Google document showing all the estimated payments. Then there's a separate file in that document that has all my expenses. If I use an editing software, I write that off. I use different programs to edit pictures and upload my Instagram content, I write that off. Canva, I use Canva Pro, I write that off. PicMonkey, write that off. And I keep all of those in a document within the Google Drive so I can see estimated quarterly payments, 2021 tax write-offs. So when the time comes in April of 2022 to add everything up and see, do I owe more or am I getting money back? It will be so much quicker and easier, so much less of a headache, because last I checked, I still have to work while doing my taxes. And I just want to make sure everything goes as smooth as possible. Now that I work for me, time really is money. If I don't work, I'm not getting paid. I don't have that financial security of a salary anymore. So it really is important more than ever to make sure I have all my ducks in a row. I can hand things off to my CPA, who I also have to pay to help me do this. So the more organized I am, the better of a situation it is for me. But guys, that is it for this video. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how your summer went. Are you juggling multiple online platforms? Are you just working for one? How is your tax situation? The only thing I cannot answer questions on is your individual tax questions. But I want to know everything else. Let me know down below in the comment section. If you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of September, a great fall season. I'll see you guys in Friday's vlog. Bye.
I can feel it in your touch. I can hear it in your voice. Though you haven't said that much. Through an empty bottle, I can see